The white man's conundrum. Okay, this is not a hypothetical situation. I go to the gas station. Okay, I'm getting coffee. There's a bunch of non English speaking Haitians in the store. They're having trouble like reading and finding coffee and stuff, so I helped the dude, but I know he doesn't like white people. Okay. I help him get his coffee by saying, "Oh, strong coffee? Yeah." So he agrees. And then the cup size is there because the machine is automatic. I'm like, okay. He doesn't understand. I'm like, you want milk? Yeah. Okay. So, and I help him, right? He won't even look at me in the eye. And the others are there, and they're okay, I guess. Okay, but I know this guy doesn't like white people. Okay, and then some now, he's getting his coffee. I kind of singled him out. There's like 8 or 10 of them. Other people in the store are restless because they're all over the place. And they're all like tall and big. You know what I'm saying? And they don't speak English and. So a white guy comes in there and he's kind of like, I don't know if he was homeless, but he had a backpack and he was kind of disheveled. And obviously he had been drinking. He wants to attach himself and attach me to him with his ignorance. And I just won't deal with it. So, in the line now, I walk in the line because I know where the cash register is. So the Haitians are clamored up near the cash register. I have patience. I don't live life like that. Okay, so where I'm at is where I am. So now the white dude wants to continue, and then to try and berate me with his inception to bring me in on his criticism. And other people in the store, they get nervous because they can't understand. They're having trouble with how much money is this because of the communication deficit, and all this and that. It's not an easy situation for anybody. Okay. And, and I have to, like, the white guy, he keeps on, man. And, at this point, I have communication with the initial, not the initial one that I helped with the coffee, but there was another one who spoke broken English. And we're cool. Like, we have like animals, tennis and stuff. We have a reality check. And I says, oh, I know who the most racist one out of you all is. It's the one I helped him get coffee because he don't look at me in the eye. And then, and I say that because, it's like that. Okay. And so then the white guy behind me is saying something, not derogatory, but like, it had nothing to do with them being Haitian. It's just that they weren't Americanized, not acclimated to our ways. So, and his state of disheveled, probably homeless, understanding, but drunkenness, because he's got a drink in him. He already knocked something down where the cups are, the piece of plastic, and he kicking it around, breaking their equipment. Anyway, this is the white guy. So I tell him, listen, dude, I spent 30 years in Fort Lauderdale. You don't tell me nothing. Okay, don't come at me with that shit. Basically. So I push him, give myself distance with him. And then, at that point, the one that wasn't looking at me that I helped, you could tell. Okay. And I said, hey man, we all right. Color don't mean nothing, right? At that point, with the other ones, now I'm okay with them. Okay, now the white guy, he's angry at me now. I didn't take his side. And of course the female in there, because of the cultural difference, the females are all nervous because, rightfully so, because it's a different culture. They act differently and they approach women differently. And they do this thing that is considered rude in America. It is. Unless you're in certain parts of the country where it's predominantly not Americanized. Then it's like their culture. But so it's like a whole clusterfuck of bullshit. So now the guy that I initially didn't like that I helped anyway, smile, they understand the peace sign, fine, right? The white guy's mad. I don't give a fuck. I didn't let him down, whatever. It's just a crazy. Florida sucks. Fuck you, Florida. That's Florida for you. It's just the way it is. And and there's other people in there of different colors and different ethnicities, and there's definitely a more international sense of, let's say, discrimination. I don't want to use the R word. Discrimination going on. It's more international than it is American. I can tell you by experience. And I've been in a lot of places. As an artist, I go everywhere. I talk to a lot of different people. I sit with all different kind of cultures. I've been working for people that don't even speak English. And we have good rapport. And I get paid. I work for them. I meet their families. Not always, But the whole situation was really fucking crappy. But it's a full moon, whatever, excited energy levels. I'm cool. I don't have a problem. I'm explaining this for the sake of divulging experience based on information, based on experience to deliver it. So, it's a weird thing, man. And there's a couple other people in there, that were dark-skinned as well. And they had nothing to do with anything, but they get rolled into it, and just you could see all these different looks on people's faces. Doesn't matter what color, what ethnicity, what gender, what race you are, it shows on your face. And it's in your tonality, it's in your body language. That's not me, man. It's going to be a point in time where I ditch this constructed reality of man for the most part. There's a lot of things I want to keep, but if you want to go and be in a city area and you aren't experienced in being in a city area, prepare yourself. And if you are in a city area and you're fed up and of these situations that could ultimately turn hostile and dangerous in a heartbeat, if you're in the wrong city, in the wrong place, the wrong time, and the wrong social structure and issues are going on, I suggest you go and get out to the country a little bit, walk around trees. The beach ain't doing nothing for you like that. That's a bunch of bogus crap because you have to pay for parking. You have to go through traffic. There's cops saying you can't park in here at certain times, all this crap. The beach is a lie. Florida is a lie as well, for the most part. But there's so many people who are inexperienced with society and the diversity of mannerisms that it's just a crazy situation. So, I was going to call this video the white man's conundrum. But, that wouldn't be right. So I think I'll call it American conundrum. So educate yourself. It's better not to be ignorant. It's better not to be racist. It's better not to be biased or prejudiced because you never know who your friends are going to be. You never know where you're going to get help from. You never know who's going to be on your side, and you never know who's just going to flip out and do something, So it's not an easy situation. But I could say this. When certain substances are involved, like alcohol is one of them, it's an extra volatile situation. And had that white dude not been drunk or drinking, it doesn't matter that it's 99 degrees, we all have to deal with it sometimes. That situation wouldn't have been the same, because I would have been allowed to just be quiet, okay, and not let the agitation and energy level of the people around me get to me, because I was flowing through. I didn't have to help the dude. I chose to open my energy level and expand my reality to the point where I am interacting with somebody else. And, it's a gamble every time. And I knew what I was up against because I have a lot of experience dealing with a lot of different kind of Haitian people from my work and from being in Fort Lauderdale on that level of work. It's for so many years. But it's just crazy. So, You know, don't think that just because we have the same color skin that I'm always going to be your friend. Because you know what? To me, you're holding up progress and you're making a bad impression because those people don't know. And if I sided and coupled with that white guy, then all them Haitian people would think that all white people are the same, and there would be no outlet for them to say, hey man, that white guy was cool, he helped me, he wasn't taking the side of the ignorance. So therefore I made a social effort, okay, to try and procure a better reality for us all based on the impression that American white people are making in certain circumstances. By the way, the same store, one lady ripped me off in there that works in the store, and she called me a Mexican. And that was kind of funny because, you know, I had my dollar ripped off because the machine wasn't ringing the thing up right. It was a mess. So, like, the same store, all kind of stuff going on. And I love the Mexican people. I work for Mexicans. I got Mexican-style family. Anyway, it's a crazy reality. But at the end of the day, let me tell you something. When it comes time, if we have to fight for our rights and our freedom and fight for our borders, if communism wants to come here, we're all going to be on the same side and unified. Just know that. Okay? So, you can choose who your friends are. But when it comes to choosing sides for freedom, liberty, and justice for all, you better choose right.